Brandon? Brandon? Hey, Brandon! Brandon!
Hello. Thank you, cameraman. Appreciate that. Well, hello everybody. I'm Richardson, and this is a special night edition of the Weston Wrap-Up. As you know, normally I'm on the scene of the murder as it took place afterwards, but we're changing it up a little bit tonight. I decided that with the recent murder of Bill Stevenson, as shown here, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. As you know, the serial killer has been using similar weapons and has been doing his own type of thing. But tonight, we're going to be doing things that this town has seemed to not be doing. I'm going to go out on the scene, myself, with cameraman Bob, and show that this is nothing to be worried about. It's going to be fine. Well, Weston, let's go see what I can find out there. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Man, there's a lot of stuff over here. Jeez. What is... That's a big rock. I can see the serial killer using that. There's some red on there, so probably. Those wood casings? Something's definitely happened here. I knew this was the right place to go. But no one wants to come out here. Only me, seems like. No one else in this town wants to do a single thing but me. But what do I know? Man, these blood stains just keep getting longer and longer. Well, after following the blood trails that seem to go on forever, and the bullet casings and such, I've come to the realization that... It's funny. Well, anyways, I've come to the realization that Mr. Stevenson must have had some form of struggle. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to go check under this bridge. I'm going to see what I can find. I wore the wrong shoes for this. I really did. Well, I'm going to go take my venture down here. This will go well, I'm sure. Definitely don't try this at home. I'm a professional. Trust me. Come on, Richardson. This isn't your first rodeo.
God damn it. The fucking battery's out. Tried this goddamn beer for every time this battery came out. I wouldn't be here. I'd be beating my wife.
There's definitely more than meets the eye down here. I gotta keep exploring. If I don't keep exploring, I mean, then I can't live up to my Richardson name if I don't keep exploring. If I don't do it, then, well, what do you think, Bob? I mean, like, no, I don't need Bob. I mean, it is kind of dark down here, but I'm Richardson. Who needs cameraman Bob? I can do this. This isn't bad.
Fucking door.
taking a long time to hit. What was that? I'm getting out of here. Oh, jeez. My knee. Oh, my knee. This is ridiculous. So tough, huh? Yeah. Try to get me out. I like that punch. Something about that. Yeah, we're gonna see who you really are. Fuck.
So, how's everyone been?
We shouldn't have left him.
Come on, Coin. You saw him. He got killed right in front of your eyes. Would you have preferred that we all stay and get killed too?
Okay, fuck me, I guess.
Brandon was alone when the Dogslayer got to him. So we've been a 3-on-1.
Oh yeah, that's right. Just blame it all on me, as if sitting right next to me isn't some guy who didn't even show up to the barn.
Look, I got a text from Brandon saying that he needed me, like, instantly. And, well, I went. And at the moment, you seemed perfectly fine with that, Kane.
Right, yeah. Fine with it then, until we show up to the barn and we see that Brandon's there. And he's not even at where he texted you that he was at. So, please, tell us, Alex, what was the deal with that text?
It must have been some supernatural powers. The Dogslayer's trying to separate us. And, well, he's doing that by setting a trap to lure me away.
Right. The shit about the supernatural powers. Look, I don't know how many times I have to remind you, but he's a lumberjack with an axe, not some fucking demon.
You think I just went to go get a drink while you guys go avenge Donovan? Don't fucking forget he was my friend, too.
I understand that, but you need to understand my skepticism when you say, oh, you got a text from Brandon, then you go to his house and he's not even there. Look, how do we even know that this Dogslayer has any supernatural powers?
Well, did you read the book?
The book you guys checked out at the library?
The one about the Dogslayer? Did you read the book that might help us beat this thing?
No. Why don't we read that? Why don't you read it to us, Alex?
Yeah, maybe if you listen.
Yeah, maybe if you would stop being a little bitch.
Fucking can it. For 10 minutes. Both of you.
Alright, it all started back in 1934. The Great Depression was hitting America hard, especially the little town of Weston in Wyoming. All the residents of Weston were trying to make ways to get a quick buck. A man named Daniel Brand decided to get into the lumber business. Most of the trees in town landed on his property. Folks came in to purchase the lumber in droves. It didn't take much money, but it was enough to put food on the table. But all that changed only a couple years later in 1936, when a British man named George Richardson moved into Weston and had a meeting with the mayor. At this meeting, it was privately decided that George would purchase Daniel Brand's land and turn it into the town's first ever dog park. Poor Daniel just woke up in the morning to find all the trees being cut down and his land being cleared. He was so confused and angry. After several failed attempts to negotiate with the mayor, Daniel had lost all land in the business to George Richardson.
Wait, hold up. Couldn't they just keep the trees they cut down, then sell that to make money for both him and Richardson?
Maybe, but no.
mayor just had other purposes for the wood.
Hold up. Do you guys think that this Richardson, George Richardson, is the grandfather of Richard Richardson, the news reporter?
All he could do was watch as the dogs flooded into his newly built park. The park was built on his property, which meant that his yard was the dog park. There was nowhere Daniel could escape the dogs. At first, it didn't bother him. He kept all his anger in about the situation all bottled up, until one day, Daniel was out going for a walk when a golden retriever ran up to him and bit him on the leg. Daniel tried shaking the dog off, but he kept it locked in on his shin, thrashing in pain. Daniel looked around. He found his trusty axe, used the Dogslayer to hit the dog, but the dog wouldn't budge. Finally, in a moment of desperation, Daniel slashed the dog with the sharp end of the axe. It worked. The dog released Daniel, but something snapped in him. All the anger and self-pity he had bottled up, it all released. After that, Daniel was never the same, though he appeared as normal. The residents in Weston, every now and then, he would go to the dog park and steal and kill the dogs. Eventually, he knew he needed to protect his identity when committing these murders. So, he dug up the body of the first dog he killed, the golden retriever. He chopped off its head and went to work that night. Through some careful crafting, Daniel was able to hollow out the head, just the skin, and make it his new mask. He killed many dogs throughout the next year, but the end of 1937, Daniel had killed 64 dogs. But what goes around comes around. On the night of January 1st, 1938, Daniel was greeted by his victims in his sleep. He was possessed by the souls of 64 dogs he had killed. The animals knew that the best way to torment Daniel was, before then, a nice man to other people, was to make him live for eternity. But the souls of the dogs would force Daniel to not kill dogs anymore, but rather to spend the rest of his life killing humans, specifically residents of Weston. From that night on, Daniel was gone. Only the Dogslayer remained.
Wait, so if the Dogslayer's been killing since 1938, why are there even any people left in Weston?
You've got a point. Wouldn't they all be dead by now?
Incoming.
Oh my god.
Well, it says here that the Dogslayer experiences hibernation periods of 20 to 40 years. Apparently that's happened since 1940. There are only 2 other documented appearances of the Dogslayer in the town of Weston. One between July of 1969 and September of 1972. Then there's also one of March 18th, 2003.
Why is it such a specific day?
It's a journal entry from a priest named Samuel and his team of demon hunters. Apparently, they got called by the mayor of Weston to investigate the situation.
So, this really is a supernatural dude.
Told ya.
Does it mention anything on what the ghost hunters learned?
Yeah, like a weakness for the Dogslayer or something?
Well, actually, it did mention one way to kill him.
What's that?
Well, fire. Well, they thought because most of his victims would burn, if you give them the same fate that he gave them, they could take him out.
Death by fire.
Exactly.
Well, that was an interesting read. What's our plan for this guy?
Right. One without splitting up.
Well, the big thing is that we're gonna need to get supplies like flashlights, ropes, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and we're also going to want home field advantage.
What do you mean?
Well, when we went to Marley's barn, the Dogslayer knew that place, knew all the hideouts, all the shortcuts, the layout of everything. We didn't. We're at a disadvantage. We need to lure him somewhere where we're familiar with the terrain. Trap him somehow.
Trap. I like that.
Where were you thinking about trapping this guy?
Honestly, my house.
Are you serious?
How would they even work?
Well, all we got to do is get my address out to all of Weston, egg the Dogslayer on a little bit, and then we'll just leave the house and have the door wide open.
Nah, that could work. Small odds, though.
I'll admit, it is a bit of a gamble.
But it could just work. Do you have any idea how to get your address out there so even the Dogslayer can find it?
Well, might sound crazy, but a bit of advertising.
Advertising? For what? For us?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Serial killers terrorizing our neighborhood.
Well, it wouldn't be, it'd be the whole town.
Okay, guys, think about it. We are Weston's neighborhood watch.
Alright guys, so I've thoroughly thought out. If we're gonna go after this Dogslayer, we need to make sure we're physically fit for this.
True.
Yeah, I'm built like a Greek god. I don't know what she. This guy.
Okay.
So what do you think?
So what should we do?
What do you do?
I
Dude,
think
should we just like...
all out, bro.
all up, bro.
Alright. I feel trained and ready to go, so I think there's some more strategic things, fat fuck, that we might need to do.
Yeah, I think that was good training.
You are obese.
I think that's really good
There we
training.
go.
Fucking obese. Ready?
Yo, so picture this, a dark and stormy night.
And you're feeling all alone and full of pride. Hey, you see something moving from the corner of your eye, and you have a strange feeling that you just might die.
Well, you look out and you're best prepared because when you call the neighborhood watch, we better care. Call 324-688-2937.
2 seconds in! Settle down the prey and lock the super serial killer away! Neighborhood watch! Please, if you see something, please report to us. Call that number, or if you don't feel comfortable calling, just come visit us at 1762 Rock Peak Avenue. Neighborhood watch. Wickle, wickle, whoa. Moo! Alright, that's probably good for signal training.
You were popping off.
Is that good? Dude, I was like, yeah, I feel good. Alright, good job.
I think we got it.
Hey, you know, I'm kind of hungry right now.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
all-
you know,
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
honestly,
I think you said it.
I think we should order pizza.
Yeah, me too.
I have good news for you, John. For you see, I've already ordered the pizza.
Oh shoot.
Oh my.
Wait, dude, imagine if he said like it would be here like right now. Like
Yeah, that would be.
Ding dong.
food!
No way!
Food!
How do you get
Food!
food?
Food! Food!
How much is that? Oh my, another pretty lady with massive big bazongas. Are you free tonight?
No.
I mean, what are you doing after this?
I have a boyfriend.
My parents are married, I broke up that relationship. How about I break up you two and you and me start something new?
I'm 14.
No.
Okay?
I'm okay with that.
Can I just have the tip so I can leave?
Oh, I'll give you a tip. Alright.
What the hell is that? This blown tire. Country roads. Damn, I guess it is fun.
Report to us. That number. Calling. Just come visit us at 2 Rock Peak Avenue.